Lowe's knows how to help you get the most out of your store run. That's why members save more with My Lowe's Rewards. Earn points towards My Lowe's money on eligible purchases. Get access to member-only deals and free member gifts. Plus, unlock free standard shipping when you reach Silver Key status. So what are you waiting for? Join for free today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Are negative Google reviews hurting your business? Don't let unfair feedback cost you customers. At Webamax, we specialize in removing false, misleading, and damaging reviews so your online reputation stays strong. Our expert team works quickly and legally to clean up your digital presence, helping you rebuild trust. Visit us on the web at www.gowebamax.com. That's GOWEBIMAX.com, or text us for a free quote at 856-840-8343. Don't let bad reviews define you. Get immediate help from Webamax.
This episode is brought to you by Nerds Gummy Clusters, the sweet treat that always elevates the vibe. With a sweet gummy surrounded with tangy, crunchy nerds, every bite of Nerds Gummy Clusters brings you a whole new world of flavor. Whether it's game night, on the way to a concert, or kicking back with your crew, unleash your senses with Nerds Gummy Clusters.
This episode is brought to you by Abercrombie. There's nothing better than the perfect jean and going out top combo, or an outfit that perfectly matches your plans. Abercrombie's relaxed jean goes with every occasion. Date nights with something lace, or daytime with a cozy sweater. And their barrel jean will surprise you. It's the trend that will become a staple in your wardrobe. Abercrombie denim comes in tons of rises, fits, and washes. Find your perfect pair online or in store.
This episode is brought to you by Atlassian. Atlassian makes the team collaboration software that powers enterprise businesses around the world, including over 80% of the Fortune 500. With Atlassian's AI-powered software like Jira, Confluence, and Loom, you'll have more time to do the work that matters. In fact, Atlassian customers experience a 25% reduction in project duration per year. Unleash the potential of your team at Atlassian.com. Atlassian.
We're not even a few days removed from celebrating the Super Bowl victory, and the offseason is already in full swing for your Philadelphia Eagles. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is, covering news, notes, and opinions on your Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, right here on the Eagles Pinpool Podcast Network. I'm your host, Phil Stiefel, and we get this first offseason episode kicked off with breaking news on Tuesday. Unofficially is now officially, Kellen Moore is no longer the Eagles offensive coordinator or play caller. He is now the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. No surprise there. Kind of saw that coming. We kind of knew it was coming. We kind of, it was locked in stone before it was locked in stone. And shout out to Kellen Moore for helping win a Super Bowl here in Philadelphia. Shout out to Kellen Moore for not letting his head coaching opportunity be a distraction like it was a few years ago with one Jonathan Gannon, Super Bowl week when he was getting that job with the Cardinals. But what that means now is for the 800th time, Jalen Hurts is going to have a new offensive coordinator here in Philadelphia. Nick Sirianni, Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman have to sit down and discuss, and it's been reported that Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie will make that decision, which I'm not thrilled with that, but that's the way they do business here in Philly. Nick Sirianni, in my mind, should have a big say in that, but I'm sure he'll have a say, maybe not the biggest say. I foresee it like Nick Sirianni puts a list together and Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie do the interview process and then, whittle it down from there. But anyway, we've got to find our next offensive coordinator here. We've got to find the guy that will help the Eagles and Jalen Hurts repeat as Super Bowl champions in Super Bowl 60 next year. So where's that list go? Where it is? There's lots of names, and we could do weeks of episodes on this. But it's going to be a pretty quick turnaround, in my opinion. And the leader in the clubhouse, it's not necessarily my leader in the clubhouse, but what all intensive rumors and purposes have, Kevin Petula, the Eagles passing game coordinator, assistant, associate head coach, is the leader. And most likely candidate to get the job. He's been here with Nick Sirianni since day one in 2021 as the passing game coordinator. He's got that associate head coach title since 2023. And bringing Kevin Petula and just promoting from within helps bring a little continuity to the Eagles offense. He's been here now. He knows what's worked in the last year or two or three. It's something that, would bring some consistency to the offense. And I know a lot of people are pro and cons Kevin Petula, and the ones that are cons are saying, well, it didn't work last time we promoted from within with Brian Johnson. Do not let the Brian Johnson debacle of 2023 scare you away from a Kevin Petula in 2025. That's not the reason to or not to do it. Me personally, I want an offensive coordinator that has called plays in the NFL. Kevin Petula has not done that. Now, he's learned, under some great names like Shane Steichen and Kellen Moore who've had success here. He's also seen the negative with Brian Johnson in the play calling area. I would rather go outside to somebody that has called plays before in the NFL. But Kevin Petula, I will be perfectly fine if he is the answer and the choice. I would just rather he'd be number 2. If I had to give you, and I'm going to give you my 5 names, Kevin Petula would be number 2 on my list. Number 1 on my list would be former offensive coordinator of the Houston Texans, Bobby Slowick, 37 years old. 2 years ago, he was a hotshot head coaching candidate for the work he did with that Houston Texans offense with rookie C.J. Stroud. Obviously, past year, he did not have the same success and was fired, despite them winning the division. But I think people forget how great 2 years ago that offense was. And I don't think people realize how many injuries the Houston Texans faced just at wide receiver alone this past year. Bobby Slowick, to me, needs a redemption story. He needs a place where he can rebound his career once sought as a top coaching candidate. You put him here in Philly for the next 2 years with Jalen Hurts and the offensive weapons here, he'll be a head coach by the time he's 37 now. By 40, he'll be head coach. That would be my number 1 choice right there. I think it's a surefire home run move if they would do it. We'll see what they do. Like I said, number 2 on my list will be the probable answer, which is Kevin Petula. I would say number 3 would also be from Houston, and that would be their quarterback coach, Jarrett Johnson, only 36, hasn't called plays yet. But, again, coming from that Houston offense and C.J. Stroud, he did interview here for the offensive coordinator position in 2023. It eventually went to Kellen Moore. He coached with Sirianni in Indianapolis, and all these candidates that we're talking about and that we've talked about and you're hearing everybody else talk about are mostly connected to Nick Sirianni. So Jared Johnson would be my number 3 option for offensive coordinator. Number 4 on my list would be Frank Reich. And I'm not thrilled with the idea of bringing 63-year-old Frank Reich back. But Frank Reich, to me, is the perfect, answer to offense of what Vic Fangio is on defense. Frank Reich, 63, yes. I don't know if he's necessarily done as a head coach, but he's now failed twice in Indy and in Carolina as a head coach. He's got connections with Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni considers him his mentor and got Nick Sirianni started. He's worked with Sirianni in San Diego and Indianapolis. He's a guy, Frank Reich, that's not on anybody's head coaching list anytime soon. So Vic Fangio is going to be here for years. Frank Reich could be here as the offensive coordinator for years, and he's had success calling plays on offense, in the NFL as an offensive coordinator, not so much as a head coach, but as an offensive coordinator, has had great success in the NFL. So Frank Reich would be number 4 on my list. Number 5 on my list, an unknown name that a lot of people don't know, a few people do. Nate Scheelhaase is a name you've seen floating around. I think I'm saying that right. Schoolhouse. Rams offensive assistant. Basically, he's the Sean McVay's. He draws up the plays for Sean McVay, passing game specialist. Has some connections with Kellen Moore with Nick Sirianni. He did also have an interview here years ago as an opportunity to work here. Sean McVay's passing game, Sean McVay's offense is very highly appreciated and respected in the NFL. And being able to get an offensive coordinator from McVay's system would be something that I'd be intrigued with. Dark horse, I think he signed with the Bears actually recently as a running back coach, trying to get back in the NFL. But offensive coordinator of UCLA, Eric Bieniemy, would be a bold swing for me. Had a lot of success in Kansas City as an offensive coordinator, has been a play caller, never got that head coaching opportunity. Definitely another guy in that Frank Reich, Bobby Slowick, that's got to rebound and kind of, refresh their image in the NFL. I wouldn't be totally against it. Now, Eric Bieniemy's a pass-happy guy. I don't know if he would mesh well with Jalen Hurts, but just a name I throw out there. There's other great candidates out there. Josh McCown, you're going to hear a lot about, former Eagles quarterback. Did great with Sam Darnold in Minnesota. Mike McCoy, connections with Sirianni in San Diego when he was the head coach in San Diego. Ken Dorsey, you'll hear his name. I love the idea of a quarterback coach like T. Martin, Ravens quarterback coach there. Having that experience with Lamar Jackson. Maybe we can unlock something new from Jalen Hurts, Chiefs quarterback coach, working under, Patrick Mahomes there, David Girardi, even though we, don't have success with Girardi's here in Philly. It's an idea. They're all interesting names. There's more out there. But right now, Bobby Slowick, Kevin Petula, Jared Johnson, Frank Reich, they are my main options. Hope it's Slowick. Wouldn't be upset if it's Petula or Reich. Jared Johnson would be a good bronze medal win right there, in my opinion. Let me know who you think should be the offensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles in 2025. I'll be hosting Training the AM today, 8 o'clock on the STT Sports Network. There's a link below. Just click it, join the show, 8 a.m. to 9:30 live, taking all your opinions on that and all things Philadelphia Eagles. Look forward to seeing you there. Guys, the offseason's already begun. The parade hasn't happened, and the offseason's already begun, guys. Football never sleeps. Go Birds, and bubbles up.
Pepsid Complete knows that food is one of the best parts of game day. That is, until heartburn strikes. Thankfully, just one chewable tablet of Pepsid Complete provides dual-action heartburn relief with an antacid that starts working instantly and an acid reducer that lasts all day. So you can stay focused on that second helping of chili without worrying about heartburn. All day based on 8-hour symptom relief studies during the day. Use product only as directed.
Sergeant and Mr. Smith, you're gonna love this house.
Bunk beds in a closet?
There's no field manual for finding the right home. But when you do, USAA Homeowners Insurance can help protect it the right way. Restrictions apply.
I think I just won my taxes.
Yeah?
I just switched to H&R Block in about 1 minute. All I had to do was drag and drop last year's return into H&R Block, and bam, my information is automatically there.
So I don't have to go digging around for all my old papers to switch?
Nope.
Sounds like we just leveled up our tax game.
Switching to H&R Block is easy. Just drag and drop your last return. It's better with Block.
I think you're on mute.
Workday starting to sound the same.
I think you're on mute.
Find something that sounds better for your career on LinkedIn. With LinkedIn Job Collections, you can browse curated collections by relevant industries and benefits, like flex PTO or hybrid workplaces, so you can find the right job for you. Get started at linkedin.com/jobs. Finding where you fit. LinkedIn knows how.
Hey guys, have you heard of Goldbelly? It's this amazing site where they ship the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants across the country, anywhere, nationwide. I've never found a more perfect gift than food. They ship Chicago deep dish pizza, New York bagels, Maine lobster rolls, and even Ina Garten's famous cakes. So if you're looking for a gift for the food lover in your life, head to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT.